So welcome back to Orchid House. I'm Olivier in Fort Lauderdale, and today I want to talk about two Gongoras. This is supposedly catilligera, and then I also have claviodora. I'll get back at the end of the presentation on proper identification because I believe neither of these tags are correct. So you see, thank you. Try to get them from the back, from the side, from the front, and then the lip. So key to identify these Gongoras is the structure of the lip, and it's very confusing, and I don't have the proper documentation, so right now I'm relying on somebody who's trying to help me. But let's talk about the way to grow them. So this is in the Stanopia family. Gongora is the second largest group in there. And sorry, I still haven't recovered my voice, by the way. So they need a lot of water, but the thing is, I soak them real good, and then I let them approach dryness or even get dry. And in this case, I mean, the plant is thriving. I mean, it has lots of new growth. These bulbs are all very plump and happy. The leaves are not very pretty, and I keep on trimming them. I'm not 100% sure what the problem is. In my opinion, it's either too much fertilizer, but I don't think that's the case, or probably too dry. That's probably what this is. But regardless, the plant grows very well, and so I may have to put up with lesser leaves, and this is the first time blooming, so 3 spikes is pretty good. I love the smell of this one. I cannot describe it. It's very pleasant. This is the oldest inflorescence. The flowers are already fading. They are already 5 days old. They seldom last more than a week. This one just opened today, so these are the freshest flowers of them all. And so just like Stanopias, this is a heavy feeder, so you need to, it's a hungry plant, you need to give it plenty of fertilizer in the summer. I give it 2 or 3 times a week, actually, always weekly, so half the dosage of the package. In terms of light, Gongoras even more so than Stanopias are shade plants. So most of my Gongoras are really either growing in full shade or semi-shade, but I mean no direct light in any case. Now, so let's talk about identification. So even more so than Stanopias, there's a lot of mislabeled plants in the Gongora group, and I don't have enough information to identify them, but a friend on Facebook told me that he's sure that this is not catilligera, so I'm waiting. I'm gonna cut a flower and try to give him pictures on every angle. Maybe he's gonna be able to help me on identifying the right name, if possible. It's not always easy. Now, I have a second one that opened today. Actually, it opened like 1 or 2 hours ago, because this morning when I got up, all these flowers were still closed, and this too is most likely mislabeled. It's supposed to be claviodora, and claviodora, I'm sure, has a clove scent, and this is a strong scent like old Gongoras, which are always very fragrant. It's definitely not clove, and also while colors usually have very little bearing in identifying a Gongora species, just like for Stanopias, in certain instances it is a telltale, and claviodora is supposed to be really red. So this is anything but red. So I think yet again this is a mislabeled plant. It's very new. I've had it for only a few months. It came with 2 bulbs, one of them rotted, and then I have these 2 new ones. You see the last one is already pretty happy. So grown the same way, plenty of water, let it go dry. I actually grew it really dry over the winter because claviodora is supposed to want that. So I'm not sure if it needed it, but obviously, I mean, for such a small plant, it already has 2 spikes, so that's pretty good. Plenty of fertilizing, and this grows in the corner there, so where there's no direct light, and so that's what these guys need basically. Again, I'm going to try and get to the bottom of this. It's probably not claviodora, regardless of the proper tag. This is beautiful. Now you can tell in this case the sepals are completely folded, which is not the case for the other one, which they were always open. So that's it for today. Thank you much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.